Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
And shout out to my folks from Tustin, you know, T-Town in the building, so definitely appreciate that. And yeah, you know I've been out of the ring for a minute, but I can assure you guys I've been using my time wisely. And even with all the big fights I've had, I'm proud to say that September 14th, you guys will see the best Caleb Plant that you've seen yet. And you know, this guy T-Rev over here, he wants to be part of the big leagues. And like I said before, what he thinks he's going to get and what's going to happen, two different things. You know, this guy, he's been making Instagram videos with my name in it, talking about, you know, certain guys who don't respect the sport, certain guys who get a couple big paydays and they just go, you know, wallow in their money. And it's crazy to me that someone like him could make a video about me talking about guys who don't respect the sport. Because I respect the sport enough to step up with only 17 fights to fight a world champion, Jose Uzcategui, coming off a year layoff as an underdog, coming off a broke hand. You know, do you respect the sport enough to do that? I respect the sport enough to not be a 31, 32-year-old prospect. Do you? I respect the sport enough to be a clean athlete. What about you? Huh?
I do.
You respect the sport enough to be a clean athlete? I read differently. So, you know, I respect the sport enough to not go on a 4-year break from it like you. So it just don't make no sense to me that out of everyone in boxing, you're going to make a video about me, Caleb Plant, not respecting the sport? You know, you know me, I live and die by this. Live by the sword, die by the sword. So September 14th, make sure you save that money because that's your first and your last big payday. I promise you that.
Well, I'll turn things over to McCUMBY. What do you have to say for what Caleb just mentioned?
I'm not really concerned about really, you know, what Caleb says, what he's doing. I think he's kind of insecure, and he goes around getting in fights with, you know, all these guys. Every event he goes to, he's getting in fights with people. I'm a grown man. I don't conduct myself that way. And you know, September 14th, we're gonna see. We are gonna see. I want it bad. I'm not sleeping in silk sheets. He is, and
we're gonna see
I want it bad.
We're gonna see who wants it. And as far as being a man, I'm gonna address everybody in the room. I'm a man first. Before I'm a boxer, before I'm on social media, I'm a man first. So anybody who comes to me, pulling on my face, I'm asking you to stop. You come up pressing me, pushing me, putting your hands on me, thinking you're gonna make a bitch out of me, or whatever it may be, excuse my language for the children in the room, that's not gonna work. I'm a grown man. And it seems as of late that I can't even go to a boxing match with my wife without somebody trying to press me and act tough so they can try to make a big fight happen. That's not how you make a big fight happen. So for everyone who's watching who wants to fight me, go win some fights, win some big fights, get put in the rankings, and I promise you, because anyone who's a boxing fan in this room, I'm sure can attest to this, I'm not hard to make a fight with. But as far as him thinking like I'm not being a grown-up because people are putting their hands on me, what am I supposed to do? What would you do if somebody was putting their hands on your face or pushing you? So yeah, I'm a man myself.
All right, McCUMBY, September 14th, how does it go down?
We're gonna see. You know, we'll see if he gets on his bike or if he wants to fight in the center of the ring. All I know is I'm ready, and I'm training very, very hard. And you guys can bet on the fact that it's going to be a great, great fight. I promise you that.
Caleb, it sounds like you have a little extra motivation, wanting to make a statement. What happened September 14th?
September 14th, I get my hand raised in fashion. Like I said, this is his first and last one, so save that money.
All right,
we'll see.
Plant versus McCUMBY, September 14th. I can't wait for that one.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.